Hello, family and friends of Seward United Methodist Church. Here we are. It's almost the middle of January already in the year 2023. Time just seems to go so fast anymore. As we approach the middle of January, next Monday is one of the federal holidays, Martin Luther King Jr. Day, and the church office will be closed on that day. I have come to appreciate the writings and the words of Martin Luther King Jr. And so I thought I would share a few paragraphs with you today. I have his book, A Testament of Hope, The Essential Writings and Speeches of Martin Luther King Jr. And what I will be sharing is from the last book he wrote, Where Do We Go From Here? And it's the last few paragraphs of that book. A genuine revolution of values means, in the final analysis, that our loyalties must become ecumenical rather than sectional. Every nation must now develop an overriding loyalty to mankind as a whole in order to preserve the best in their individual societies. This call for a worldwide fellowship that lifts neighborly concern beyond one's tribe, race, class, and nation is in reality a call for an all-embracing and unconditional love for all people. This often misunderstood and misinterpreted concept has now become an absolute necessity for the survival of mankind. When I speak of love, I am speaking of that force which all the great religions have seen as the supreme unifying principle of life. Love is the key that unlocks the door which leads to ultimate reality. This Hindu, Muslim, Christian, Jewish, Buddhist belief about ultimate reality is beautifully summed up in the first epistle of St. John. Let us love one another, for love is of God, and everyone that loveth is born of God, and knoweth God. He that loveth not knoweth not God, for God is love. If we love one another, God dwelleth in us, and God's love is perfected in us. Let us hope that this spirit will become the order of the day. We can no longer afford to worship the God of hate or bow before the altar of retaliation. The oceans of history are made turbulent by the ever-rising tides of hate. History is cluttered with the wreckage of nations and individuals who pursued this self-defeating path of hate. As Arnold Toynbee once said in a speech, quote, "Love is the ultimate force that makes for the saving choice of life and good against the damning choice of death and evil. Therefore, the first hope in our inventory must be the hope that love is going to have the last word." End quote. We are now faced with the fact that tomorrow is today. We are confronted with the fierce urgency of now. In this unfolding conundrum of life and history, there is such a thing as being too late. Procrastination is still the thief of time. Life often leaves us standing bare, naked, and dejected with a lost opportunity. The tide in the affairs of men does not remain at the flood, it ebbs. We may cry out desperately for time to pause her passage, but time is deaf to every plea and rushes on. Over the bleached bones and jumbled residues of numerous civilizations are written the pathetic words, "too late." There is an invisible book of life that faithfully records our vigilance or our neglect. The moving finger writes, and having writ, moves on. We still have a choice today. Non-violent coexistence or violent co-annihilation. This may well be mankind's last chance to choose between chaos and community. Oh, King's words are powerful. And my prayer is that we choose community. I certainly value the community we have at Seward United Methodist Church, and I look forward to all the ways I have of connecting with you in the days and weeks and months ahead. Hope to see you Sunday. God bless.